From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your evening update.
Hey folks, back on the wall here. Of course, at midday we did a little phone update, but we're back in action here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. I think as we head through this evening, we pick up a little more clouds. I think that's the main story over the next, I would say, couple of days, to be honest with you here. Temperatures falling back down through the 60s and probably back down to the 50s when all is said and done with it, right? Futurecast kind of shows that as we head through the next 12 hours or so, and I think we'll probably bottom out somewhere in the lower 50s through tonight and tomorrow morning. But notice that cloud cover kind of becoming widespread, right? I think as we head through tomorrow, we're getting signs of that moisture across the area. We're not going to see any rain. We're going to be dry for the next couple of days, but we'll be mostly cloudy through tomorrow, maybe some partly cloudy areas. But otherwise, I think pretty decent out there. Widespread mid to upper 70s across the area. I think you can kind of expect 76, 77, 78, that kind of range for your highs. Check this out though. Widespread wind out of the south and southwest at 15 to 20 miles an hour. It's going to be gusty out there as we get that moisture in across the area. That's why we have those clouds, right? Because we're picking up those winds sharp out of the south and west. Lots of moisture across the area. But again, I think for our Easter, we're doing good out there. To be honest with you, for the early morning services, you got some great weather conditions out there, even through the late AM services. Check this out. Widespread clouds, sure, that's not big of a deal, right? 60s really returning there. I think by the afternoon, 11:30 to 12, that's when we'll hit 70. A little bit breezy, but besides that, take full advantage of it. You got my permission. We're doing great. Now let's take a look at the big picture, because this is interesting here. As we head through Tuesday, that's when the next weather maker comes in. We've been talking about this. That's this system drooping in south and east. Notice these kind of scattered thunderstorms possible Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. Of course, that thing moves out of here, cools us off pretty quickly behind it. But in the meantime, we have some possible severe thunderstorms to deal with here in Tuesday timeframe into Tuesday evening. Now, the magnitude of the risk is going to be variable, right? Models can and will change, but here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the current conditions will be favorable for damaging winds, that's in excess of 60 miles an hour, and perhaps some larger hail, even larger than would be typical for this time of year. I think this is actually a pretty favorable thermodynamic setup for hail in some of the stronger systems, right? Now, the tornado threat is definitely there, but it's not looking like some sort of huge outbreak or anything like that. But it is April in the Tennessee Valley, and it is a system that has severe possibilities. So if some of those storms kind of turn right, that's kind of more favorable for tornadic activity. So we'll have to watch how it evolves as we get closer to it. But I'm not thinking this will be some huge tornado outbreak, but the tornado threat is there, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that. I think the main thing, though, is going to be those damaging winds and the hail in some of those strongest updrafts. So we'll keep a very close eye on that, see how this evolves over the next several days. It's definitely storm season in the Tennessee Valley. Here's your hometown forecast for tonight. Widespread mid to lower 50s across the area. To be honest with you, in southern middle Tennessee, or well, in northern Alabama particularly, I think we'll kind of be stuck there in the mid 50s, right? I don't see a lot of variability. I think about 55 on average is kind of what we can expect there across much of the Tennessee Valley, right? And even through tomorrow and Monday night, we'll be in the 60s for lows, and we'll probably be right there near 80 in some areas for tomorrow, and frankly, even starting today, to be honest with you there. Again, severe possible Tuesday. We'll have to keep an eye on that. You might see some wraparound sprinkles. You might have noticed that there on Wednesday as the system moves through. That's not going to be a huge deal out there. We dry out behind it and get back to spring-like temperatures really rather quickly because, of course, it's April and the pattern is dominated by the more spring-like sort of situation. So, yeah, a little bit of a cool down, a little bit of severe weather possible, and a little bit of warmth over the next couple of days. We pretty much have it all here in the Tennessee Valley. Thanks for joining me here for this forecast update. I'll be back with you at 9 for a final look fresh from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center at your forecast this evening, and I'll speak again soon.